Hello there everyone, this is Mark III and welcome back to the cold, dusty void of the Zarkov system. I've just been chilling here for the last 10 minutes just soaking in the ambience of the place. So, what can I say, I do like this kind of background music going on. But yes, welcome back to Everspace 2, where I'm hoping to push forward. I mean, normally I'd, at this point, go around the system and check and visit all the sites and things like that before I move on, but I really want to know what's to do with that jump gate. You might also notice we are not currently flying around in our little assault ship. The Striker, that was it. Oh, blanked on the name there. A little Striker. So, what I've done is, I do love the Scout. The Striker I was having trouble with. And I found something of a medium. Somehow. I must admit. So we are in something really bulky. It's not the Vindicator. It's actually a gunship. And we have many weapons. It's actually quite a stable weapon platform now. So we got the stuff. Here we go. Right. So I've switched back to Defensive Massacre because the boost fed shield wasn't quite doing it for me. So we're going to see how that goes. And ulterior motive, we switched off Unyielding Assault into... Why am I saying we switched off? We switched to ulterior motive from Unyielding Assault because rather than instant repair half of armor, this one doubles our ult recharge speed when shields depleted, and this ship does lose its shields a lot. But it is built around being really tough armor-wise. So there is that. Can't access that. Okay, I was going to show you the ship in here, but apparently I can't. Something I would note is passive cycling at ship places. You still have to find the right combination because while it lets you swap between two sets, what's actually in the set is randomized. So you will get different passes showing up in different combinations. So it's up to you to find what you want. I think I bought two of the gunships before this one just because I liked the perk arrangement and one I stumbled on a bit better. Also, it's our first class 3. And also, it's mostly overloaded, but it's almost all superior stuff as well, so the drop rate for superior stuff is increasing quite exponentially. I'm also carrying the speed ward in case I want to switch back to that versus a Super Titanium, which is like 3,500 capacity on it, so that's getting kind of ridiculous. But the numbers keep getting bigger. But anyway, one thing I've got for you right off the bat is Adam was really concerned by the question he was asking Hive about past selves. So I wound up catching two other snippets of that conversation as it went on between Adam and Hive. So I'll just go ahead and play those for you now.
Hive, have you given any more thought to my question from earlier?
Certainly. I am perpetually processing on many levels, but my answer will not satisfy you. I am familiar with all of your iterations, since I was installed as the primary receiver of new clones. Many I have seen die, in almost every way imaginable. Some have abandoned me, and there are many others I have no information on, as I am unable to link with the Eternal Cloud.
You're right, that's not a satisfying answer. Though, happy if we did predict this part, at least, with the lack of connection to the Eternal Cloud. But I wasn't expecting the answer that some clones have abandoned Hive. Though that does make sense, now that it's been mentioned. Not a satisfying answer, but many clones died. And just about every way, that is also not reassuring.
Hive, can you tell me anything else about my other iterations?
It would be difficult to summarize and indiscreet in any case.
I mean, maybe I'm different from them in some sense?
I do find it interesting that you have acquired new acquaintances, which could be considered a level of social engagement, which was beyond most of your earlier self-centered iterations.
Okay.
So you're saying my Adam is a beautiful social butterfly? That is actually true. I mean, Free Space 1, there were a few acquaintances you came across, but very limited. In this game, we are actually making a lot of connections with more people, and we spent a bunch of time with the mining crews and people like that before we found a hive unit and picked it back up. So we were actually trying to reintegrate with society instead of making a break straight for the core worlds. Maybe that's what makes this Adam different. He's become more grounded in the humanity around him. Maybe we truly are the nice Adam. I mean, please and thank you. I mean, apparently that was a massive outlier as far as Adams are concerned. The whole genetic line seems to be a bit self-centered, but they have been divorced from reality and they've been living with muddled memories and imprints in their minds for most of their iterations, so this Adam and the Adam in the GMB's employ, the other guy, maybe these are the Adams that can be considered kind of normal compared to the rest of them. And again, we don't know about the Adams that abandoned Hive, so maybe they found something like that, but then they died, so they didn't last. Who knows? Still, I think this is really bothering Adam because it just keeps popping up in random conversation when I'm flying around trying to earn money. We must earn money. We must earn the shiny things. We need to get another ship. Okay, there we go. I mean, I found that quite interesting. And I also do feel like Hive mentioning that we made connections is the odd one. So what I said at the end there, after the second conversation, I feel like we've wound up with the quote-unquote good Adam is probably the most accurate one. Definitely the most socially adjusted Adam, or the Adam that's survived and started to cohere himself with social help from those around him. I say nice, but I'm going to ignore that distressful. So, follow my words, not my actions. Yes, thank you. And to be honest, we do have things to be doing as well. First thing I want to do is drop off at Vesna Mining Colony. I've actually avoided that, and because of that I avoided this system while leveling up a little bit. So we are well on the way to level 23. I earned all the money I was missing, so as you do. I mean, a tier 3 ship was expensive. I sold, I think I sold my bomber and my striker, and earned some money on top of that. But we do have like 100,000 odd credits clear now, so we can rebuy a bomber if we come across one we like, and show that on screen. But Vesna Colony, I don't know if G&B are going to react to us going down there, so I'm going to drop down there real quick. I will say though, we've been getting G&B elite strikes forces coming after us, like the Bloodstar have been, so that's another faction chasing us. Though interestingly enough, regular G&B personnel treat us the same, so... I guess without the ship ID broadcast, they just don't know it's me. There's no reaction so far. And there's a look at my ship, just there. Big and bulky, but the trait of this ship, the gunship, is the fact that it gets double the weapon mounts. Double the energy drain, but double the weapon mounts for its primary guns. And it does feel a lot better compared to when it was previously. I think that a lot of that comes from Relentless here. Extra weapon energy for each installed support device. We now have 3 support devices installed. Not the offensive one, but 3 supports. So that is 60% more energy. We've got a very powerful power core installed as well. And right now, extra root speed, armor repair, which is the one that caught my eye for the gunships, that only appears at level 3 and beyond. And we happen to have a pulse laser turret this time around. So just filling you in there real quick on what we've got. If we check my power core, Look at that, 844 shield and boost, and over 1,000 on weapons. And we need every drop of that to keep our guns firing, to be entirely honest. Sadly, there's nothing else to see here. Nothing happened. So, let's go ahead and move onwards. Here we are, cruising towards the abandoned jump gate once again. But I do have a comment from my good friend Tappy Hafer to share with you guys. Something relevant, something story, and then we'll see. So, I think I'll touch on the middle part of the comment first, because that was related to the stuff that I just showed you about the extra conversations with Hive. So we've got Happy Hafer's thoughts on that one to the point of the first interactions. About Hive needing to think about the answer, there are a few things to think of why. For one, a copy could have been destroyed before the clone died occasionally, making it hard to count. 2, possible that a whole lot of clones escaped at once after the main story, and not all of them being on Galactic Internet access to report or update with the main unit facility. So while he would have seen many die, they would have escaped with ships without his copies. Sorry, I had to scroll down. Unknown signal. Right. I've lost track of where I was. The copies installed, there we go. Making the count more a statistical number than actual counting, or 3, Hive is not giving clear answer, out of concern for Adam's emotional stability. Saying that, he has seen him die 1,000 times can be quite depressing to both of them. That is true, that depends if Hive has actually got the capacity to be depressed, because if he did get depressed then he wouldn't have continued on, so maybe he doesn't exactly have an equivalent of that. Then again, he did tell us directly, he feels, but not as we do. So there is that. Rolling back to the first part of the comment though, Happy Hafer gave us a summary of the first game's story as he remembered it. So, in short, the first Everspace game is about being a clone with a biological kill switch and a fragmented memories of the original on a journey to the hidden facility with the original you to the end of the cycle of rebirth the clones with all the memories of the previous clones and disable the kill switch that actually live a life afterwards. All while being chased by Okar military that always jumps into the system just a few minutes behind you, and I think the colonial fleets, or whatever they're called, become part of the chase near the end too. So yeah, what the lady in charge of that colonial warship was telling us kind of hangs true, that they were hunting down the clones, and that did feature in the first game as well, as they were pursuing after a while. But we've got to remember the fragmented memories in Everspace 1. Part of that game's, well, the in-game reason for how everything is jumbled up and randomised in that game is literally we're getting fragmented memories from all the previous clones and the life before that. And our clone that we are playing as in the game on that run doesn't exactly remember where everything is and what's behind each jump. So that's why it gets shuffled around. But I always thought the race was to escape rather than to find our original clone station. So I guess I didn't get that far into that game. I far enough to find that. I think far enough to run into a single abandoned guardian, but I think that's about where my running the game ended. So yeah, not entirely sure. I do need to go back and finish that game. I do like me a good space game. It's a space game, it shall be played. The last one, which I did take under advisement when I was thinking about what to pick. As for the ship choice, I leave it up to you. While I'm a bit curious about the other types' work, after watching so many hours of action-rich gameplay, I am now mostly here for the story pieces and the funny banter. So if you want to show off other types, go ahead. But if you want to stick to a favourite, then that is also fine with me. So yes, thank you for that. To be honest, you're the only one that actually gave me an opinion. But yeah. I ask a question, I don't get answers very often. But as I said, I did find a medium. Like, this ship is actually very powerful. It's very dangerous, but it does have power issues, as is expected with double the guns, double the power consumption. While it doesn't have the range bonus, or the range damage bonus of the Scout, it actually has the quad shot instead of double shot on its railguns, which is very strong, actually, and can make up the difference for long range work. So That's why I have that in my other slot for the long to mid-range. I have the repeater to complete my Bloodstar set for extra damage, and the decimator because 2,500 kinetic DPS is very hard to say no to. But anyway, we need to figure out where to go. We need to jump into the Nebula. We need to find the Tyranids. We need to find the bioships. We need to find the map and figure out what the heck it is, because it's, well, Maddox's friend is the map. Still don't know what the heck he means by that. But first things first, we have access denied, so we need to figure out how to get into this jump gate. Ooh, that's something actually interesting I found. I was browsing around the data a little bit, and I found that's actually an entry directly discussing FTL travel. If you let me a sec to bring that up, I think that's under World. Oh, look at all this stuff. I mean, it even has breakdowns of all the ships and things. But teams equals 44. I seem to have overshot it. Hang on. There it is. Interstellar travel. Right. Interstellar travel allows large distances covered either instantly or in very short times. There are 3 known forms of interstellar travel: wormholes, hyperdrives, and jump drives. While wormholes are naturally occurring, they are usually too unstable and unpredictable for safe transit. Jump gates mimic the wormhole phenomena by connecting 2 points of space at a time under more controlled conditions. Although they are expensive to install and costly to use, colonial mining companies have heavily invested in each extensive jump gates infrastructure to broaden their reach. Hyperdrives are based on antimatter reactor technology and consume valuable resources to operate, thus allowing a degree of ship autonomy, a certain advantage for military purposes. So, one of the things we're not sure of in real life is wormholes, how useful they are, if they properly exist, or in a way that we can make use of. So we're trying to figure stuff out about the wormholes. But the theory at work here is wormholes, if they can be enlarged, we can send large things through them. So this is like a large enough wormhole to jump through. I wonder if that'll happen at some point if we run into a wormhole to use. Jump gates have managed to replicate that, which is a much harder step. So they can do that. Then hyperdrives, it shows that without the jump gates, FTL is possible in this universe, but expensive to use. It uses valuable resources to even power the thing. So that loops back to the whole need something really powerful to do it in a ship-based format. So yeah. And then it goes on to do all this stuff, like it's all stuff. I mean, it tells us even. Fortress, a flying fortress with very strong armor, close quarters combat, relying on firepower and turret to obliterate enemies. Well armed and armored, it's a fighter outfitted with additional weapon hardpoints and a modified turret for heavy damage output. The ship lacks speed, but makes up for it with fortifications. That has been my experience with it so far, to be honest. While the Striker, the one we were in for the last few episodes, mobile strike fighter that can quickly catch enemies and disable them, designed for quickly engaging multi-target entanglements. The Striker class fighter prioritizes damage output as more enemies enter the fray, while specialized thrust generation gets you there. So, fast, powerful, fragile. I think the fragility was actually what's giving me trouble with that class. But I'm honestly not looking forward to going back to the Striker, if I'm being honest. That's the reason I sold that thing. The bias remorse wasn't exactly real, but it was there. But yes, back to the more important question. How do I open this shielded jump gate? And also a question, why is this shielded? The mission text, by the way, states that this jump gate is listed as not needing maintenance, and G&B actively denies any requested performance maintenance on it. So maybe this is... well, don't know who made this, but it's not the standard design. Also glow crystal with a target marker on it.
You interfere without invitation. Prepare to be met.
What the? Hey, turn down the volume,
Who
guys.
the heck is that?
What's up?
Surrender your vessel and shed yourself of your material garb in order to pass through the portal of redemption and gain eternal wisdom.
You gotta be kidding.
Oh dear. So, all these abandoned ships, I guess we've found out what happened to them. convert, destroy all the crystals. I was trying to open the jump gate. But since I'm here, okay. No, that's over there. I need to find the thing. Oh, hang on. So yeah, these are ruins that have been modified because they have standard human tech in them as well.
You must submit to the judgment of the Redeemers, naked of your positions.
Is this for real? Religious fanatics? I thought they were phased out with the Fifth Enlightenment.
Prepare to be appraised by the Warden's gaze.
Who are these guys?
I have no data on any group named the Redeemers.
That's what I'm wondering. Who the heck are these guys?
You did hear them demand that I pass through the gate naked without my ship?
That seems to be what they are asking you to do.
These guys are wacko.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, they seem to be like... They tell me to, and then they try to enforce their belief on me. So I think that's part of the problem. I will catch you, darling. Or just do that.
I somehow doubt they will appreciate the lesson.
No, things are going violent, but it's a quest marker. Something's happened. The question is, if the crystals are damaged, how do they replace them? That I do not know. Oh, yeah, look at that quad railgun. Quite nasty, actually.
Hey, hold up. Who are you?
Thank you for the intervention, but I must hurry to save my father. They have him. He went through only a short time ago.
Whoa, wait, please. You are in no way equipped to take on those crazies. Why don't you tell me about your situation and what you know about these freaks?
GMB have abandoned the Kayit Nebula, and the Redeemers have taken complete control over it. They claim to have captured wardens and that they can commune with the ancients themselves. But I believe they may have become possessed by them.
Maybe.
Black eyes.
Exactly. And soon, unless I act fast, they will turn my father into one of them.
Why would your father have gone there in the first place?
He was lured there with the promise of being able to study a warden up close. Other scientists went before him.
Just hold on a minute while I think about this. Try to clear the gate for safe passage first.
Ancients possessing humans. Chaos confirmed? Question mark. I was suspicious of that power spark still being there, but okay. Also, lack of chaos cultists coming out to try and convert me to the powers of the Four. Okay, right. This is getting suspiciously easy. So that said, the lights have disappeared, so... Oh, I think this one was the clue. There's no line connecting this to the gate, because this one's crystal is already broken. Okay. Okay. Yay, it's open. Here comes Cthulhu to make me regret that.
You
No?
will be
Okay.
crushed into submission, and your soul fed to the ancients.
Alright, take it easy.
Now, please, if you don't mind, I'm going to retrieve my father.
I really can't let you do that. Not in that craft. Look, why don't you let me track him down? I'm sure he would appreciate your loyalty and all, but he would prefer it more if you remained safe.
I suppose he would, but time is so short.
What's your name?
I am Imogen. My father is Bernard.
Imogen, I'll track down your father. These cultists are seriously dangerous. If you stay put here, I'll be in contact shortly.
Thank you. Please be quick.
I'll do my best.
I got to give her points for bravery. I mean, she was about to charge into a hostile system claimed by zealots in a GMB cargo drone. So, definitely brave. Maybe a bit foolish, but brave. I mean, is that thing even armed? Standard model GMB cargo lighter. Can carry crew, cargo, liquids, bulk, various combinations available. Key features: decent engine efficiency, cheap, compact design, no weapons, hard points, 5 out of 5. Would definitely pirate again, because I've pirated many of them so far, so yeah. She didn't think this through. She came in probably the only ship she could get her hands on. Actually, given how easy I get my hands on ships, why doesn't she have like a fighter or something? I mean, if I could just walk up to a place and buy an armed ship, then why can't she? That's my question. So, generator. What is this? Very old. Very broken. Okay. In the end, the battery was on the opposite side of whatever this is. Also, this jump gate, I'm now looking at it, is actually kind of bad repair. It seems to be missing a big chunk right there. Why did GMB keep refusing maintenance? I mean, actually, more to the point, why would GMB, a corporation focused on politics, on profits, abandon a entire system? I mean, that's basically what they've done. They've abandoned the system. They've locked it off. They've just like said, "Nope, we're out of here." So, why would they do that? We know there's native fauna in the nebula, but we don't know anything about said fauna. Interesting. Okay. Let's re-equip the observer. Re-equip my auto cannon. And then we're basically good to go. So let's go ahead and jump in and see what this nebula is all about. This wormhole does something. Don't know what. Oh, minefield straight on the other side. And space jellyfish.
Wow, okay. This is very interesting. Is that a warden? They really have captured a damn warden.
Wow.
The beams appear to be draining the entity of its energy. Until now, it was not thought possible to harness the power of the ancients. What we are witnessing here, however, radically alters that assumption. I am picking up the life signal of the young lady's father from a nearby vessel.
Keep a trace on it, Hive.
Okay.
Your priority is your search for Eduardo. The pursuit of the young lady's father is entirely optional.
Huh. One or the other will have to wait. One thing's clear. Looking at the drawing, Eduardo isn't here.
Do you mean the drawing with the stick figure? Oh, these guys. Look at them, little space jellyfish. I mean, hydras live in space, so I guess it's reasonable that there are other things. I quite like that. There's also the whole captured a warden and draining it as a power source. How much power does a warden have at the end of the day? Is that, do they synthesize the crystals from condensed essence of warden? Or are these simply things they've found? then becomes a question of like, how much power can they actually get from the Warden Helix Sword? And is that a crystal down there that they're charging it into? I think it is. Look at that. Funneling its energy into that crystal there. And I'm guessing they split that up and then they use that... use the pieces like this as a power source in its own way. But how long does the Warden last? Where does the Warden get its strength from? Is that Warden just drained until it's dry and then they just go and capture another one? Or is there a constant rate at which the Warden can replenish its energies and then it becomes a perpetual energy source? Very nice. I'm curious. No doubt we're going to blow this place up at some point, but yeah. Let's have a look at the map. What do we got? Interesting bits. The convert. Is that the mission one, the convert? Trace father. Yeah, I think I'll track that one. Which means that my destination is over here. Finding Maddox's friend, though, we don't have any idea where to look for the stick figure on a badly drawn rock, so who knows? Who knows where that might be? In the meantime, Loot Goblin powers activate. There are many boxes, and they have my name on them.
Your impurity must be crushed by the indignation of righteousness.
Wow, these guys aren't playing at all.
No, they are not. Are those disintegrator beams they've got, though?
Purge the trespasser from our domain.
Don't quite recognise that ship, even if it is slightly off. Look at that, it's actually got those crystals built into it. Well, this seems like more of an industrial ship. It's some kind of tug, I think. What are those? It's either a tug or a mining vessel of some kind. Well, these people... wait, it's got a shield. Is it... what? Temporary intangibility, it seems like. Okay, interesting. Even here. Vaultworthy's even here. How did the guy at Vaultworthy get through that gate? More importantly, why did the Redeemers let him come back through the gate and continue his business? Truly, the power of that man is beyond anything we have ever seen before. Ooh, a ship part. Front A medium. I'm still wondering why the heck I get so many more medium parts than anything else. Are the other two ship parts that lacking in terms of spare parts? I can't see why, but it might be the case.
That showed them.
Fun thing to note, by the way, I've managed to run into radiation a bunch of times before, but there were 2 crates in the middle of that radiation there, so it's the first time I've actually had the radiation effect on me, and it's reduced my maximum hit points. Kind of unfortunate. Also, to remove the effect, I have to dock somewhere. But I don't know where I can dock in this system, do I? So I'll have to wait and see. Alright, there was just one thing I wanted to have a quick look at, and that was... I noticed that the drones have a slightly odd shape. Look at that, it's a little... Is that a little automated shuttle? Like, for moving small cargoes between ships? there's one that's not on fire. And yeah, I feel like these guys may be what was left of the mining crews and might even be the result of whatever it was that caused the system to be abandoned. I'm not sure, to be honest. That intangibility effect is slightly irritating though. It means I can't shoot you when I want to shoot you. Protector sphere, protect me! As I get caught on something. There we go. High-capacity missiles and an observer. I'm not sure what else there is in this area, actually. Though that is inferior to my current observer. So, scrap that. High capacity Scorpion missiles. Lock on duration, can't be damaged. 20% chance to fire free missile. 1,900 versus 1,600. My current high capacity homing missiles are stronger, I think. But that's okay. For now, though, well, it claims I'm done here. So let's go ahead and jump out and see what there is to see in this system. I was expecting a system-wide nebula, to be honest, but for some reason we jumped out in the clear, so I'm curious where this place got its name.
Imogen, you read me? I'm on your father's trail.
Oh, thank goodness! Is he okay?
I don't know yet. The Redeemers have taken him to another location. I really don't know why.
They need scientists to aid in unlocking the ancient secrets. I have a suspicion they dispose of all others that come into the system.
That's grim, but it would fit with their lunatic behavior.
This place does look quite nice, though.
That is the vessel containing the father, Bernard. I detect only one life sign.
What are they doing, Hive?
The vessel is being bombarded with an unknown dark energy. This, I presume, is how the cult gains a hold over their new initiates.
So this is how Redeemers are made, huh? Let's put a stop to this.
Why are there Okar here? Just wondering. Yeah, okay, let's see. Stop the light.
You dare disrupt a sacred ceremony of the ancients?
Okay, Doomer.
Yes, I do dare to interrupt because I do not know what is going on.
The pattern must hold to complete the ritual.
No more room in this galaxy for religious fanatics.
You will be made to suffer.
Maybe my turret was overkill, but it's also the first time I've activated it, so you know.
We have halted the ritual, although I fear we may be too late. The father's life signs display a slowed metabolism and an indication of possibly compromised cerebral activity.
That vessel must be AI-driven. Where's it heading, Hive?
It is returning to the Raim jump gate.
Again?
Okay.
Maybe it's a default setting. Let's free this guy once and for all.
I must pursue. I must also explore. Why are the Okar here? Seriously. I thought the jump gate was sealed off, so how did they get here? Oh wow, one of those. Wait. Ancient power crystals. And they are acting as turrets. Ha! Okay.
What's up, Adam? Having trouble? No, not really, but since you're already here. Whee!
Come on, Alec the Mighty. They use dark matter, and sometimes they drop dark matter on death. Of course, of course.
Bye-bye. See you at the base.
Bye, Alec. I am thinking abandoned miner. Yeah, I really am. Energy sphere dispenser. I do not know where to take that. Okay. Enough of that for now. Let's follow up on our good friend, the Professor.
Image. I'm on your father's trail. The Redeemers have performed some kind of ritual on him.
Oh no! I hope we are not too late.
Is there anything else you can tell me about these jerks that might help me in any way?
They were once scientists themselves. Research Department for Extinct Extraterrestrial Monuments.
Okay, well, that might at least explain why their vocabulary range is better than that of the average outlaw.
So they poked something ancient they shouldn't have? Is it a case where we're not dealing with Tyranid, we're actually dealing with something like the Flood from Halo? I don't know. Something from beyond the regular universe is intruding. Either that or they're just corrupting themselves and they like how good it feels, and so that's why no one ever comes back. I don't know. We'll have to see what happened to the Professor, though. We did interrupt that ritual. So who knows?
The vessel containing the father is already in the station hangar.
Let's try to get him out of there before this goes any further.
Inquisitors. Inquisitors.
Insist on impinging on our business. We will deal with you severely.
Finally, someone a little less insane. Let's try talk. Hand over the scientist Bernard, and we'll end this here, okay?
There is no one of that name. Only a fresh Redeemer to continue the work of the Ancients.
Well, so much for wishful thinking. There's no negotiating with these nutbags.
Second type of capital ship, but it looks more like a mining vessel of some kind. As I ignore its turret fire and just circle it. Yeah, look at that. It's got big bulky thrusters, some kind of cargo rocket. Okay, autocannons.
It's me, Alec. I see you're in some kind of but you got a problem. Don't talk. Shoot.
I think I'm alright, actually. Alec twice in as many sections.
Redeemer ships for exactly.
The ships seemingly contain repurposed freelancer technology with unknown ancient modifications.
Thanks, Alec. You really helped a lot. Who am I kidding? There wasn't really much for him to do there. And because the others weren't engaged, he just flew away. I guess he really does just show up when he feels like it. So, I mean, quad burst railgun, kinda scary.
You shall be met with the Warden's wrath.
They're releasing the damn thing.
This warden appears to be of exceptional power.
Supercharged from whatever the Redeemers have been feeding it.
They will.
Facing wardens is always tough work.
If you pick the fight, you must expect to finish it.
Are these old-timey sayings pre-programmed into you, Hive?
The warden will devour your soul.
So you keep implying. You should listen to yourself sometimes.
So they were feeding it? They weren't draining it? Huh. I thought, well, no, the entry flow didn't look like it was going that way.
The warden must be spared.
Looks like the warden is being re-caged. How are they doing that?
We will surrender the convert you seek.
Finally, some reason from you all.
He is but one of many among our collective. He can be relinquished in order to ensure the continuation of our great work.
Okay, prepare to hand him over. Imogen, I've secured your father's release. Come through the jump gate for extraction.
I'm already nearby. I've been watching events from a safe distance.
I thought I told you to stay put. Listen up, you crazed loons. This lady is approaching your dock. Allow her to collect her father, or expect consequences.
We will not interfere.
Go on in, Imogen.
I have him. He is unconscious. Oh, Papa, I know you can hear me. Stay with me. His eyes. Oh, no.
Do you have anywhere to go?
I can bring him to his colleagues. They will find a way to help him. Among them are some of the best neurophysicists in the cluster.
Imogen, take your father there and never come back to this place. I fear they might have a hold on him that he may never escape.
There must be a way I can repay you.
No, there isn't. Just let me know later how it turned out.
I will be in touch. Thank you.
Well, good luck. That's kind of rough, but yeah, it looks like he was partially converted. Also, there's some kind of hive mentality / control / indoctrination. Reapers from Mass Effect? I don't know. So, something about the ancient stuff which takes control of lesser beings and then twists it to the will of the ancients or something like that. Are you sure you're okay? You didn't even jump into the wormhole there, you just went off into the distance. I don't know. More importantly though, excuse me, more importantly, in that docking room I saw a flashing red light. We know what that means. Shinies. Yes. Flak and a gore scanner. And a shield XC. Okay. Faultworthy, that was not one of your best efforts. Not at all. Now the question is where the heck we're supposed to go. We just have to search for the friend, I suppose.
This is marked as the Okrot Trading Station. It is unexpected to find it still in use without G&B employees to service.
Some diehards have decided to stick it out in this place. Looks like the lights are on. Let's drop in and find out what's going on.
Okar are fighting the cultists, it seems. Also there's a raceway, also there's some kind of... Well, if there's a station I can actually fix this radiation I've got going on. Oh wait, no, apparently that got fixed at some point. I don't know, when did that happen?
Result.
I don't know. Wait, is that... No, that's Freelancer, not GM. How are they getting to and fro? I do not understand what's going on here. Also, why we would find them here either. Well, let's dock and find out. I mean, the place looks like it's still alive. Hello? Anyone home? Oops. You know, my drunken flying.
Welcome, traveler. Nice to see another soul out here not gone black-eyed mad.
Yeah, about those black eyes. How?
Staring at ancient things too much.
What keeps you out here?
I like it. We keep to ourselves and those crazies know to leave us alone. So long as we don't interfere in each other's business, it's all good. Gotta look at the positive side, too. At least they keep the outlaws and those bigger G&B rats out of the nebula.
That's a fair point,
So,
actually.
Guess they can be preferable to some.
Anyway, it's a hard grind making the cut out here, so there's not too much time for chit-chatting. We can trade if you like, or you can be on your way.
Wait, I'm trying to locate an asteroid in this system. All I have is this drawing to go by.
Oh, Jeebus! I've seen monkeys draw better. That ain't much to go on at all. Although, that rock the stick figure is standing on is shaped a little like something you'd find out by the Kosh orbit.
Well, at least that's some kind of lead. Thanks. And, good luck with your grinding.
See you around, maybe.
He's got his head on straight. I like that. Race Ockrock roller coaster. No, thank you. Clear the racetrack of anemones. Ooh. Actually, that's not too bad as far as location challenges go. That warden was a shield-based enemy. I don't exactly have much by way of anti-shield weaponry, if I'm going to be entirely honest. But, at the very least I can sell some stuff around here. Some flak, no thank you. Honestly, the thicker shield helps sometimes, I think. Not too sure, I didn't really notice it during those fights. I'll hang on to the gorse just in case. Anything interesting for sale? Doesn't look like that much. Oh, neutral membranes actually. I do need neutral membranes. Is there one still? They are more common, but they are still kind of hard to find. Okay, so he mentioned something in, what was it? Kosh orbit. Now the thing is, oh wait, no, hang on, Kosh. There it is. Yeah, let's head there next.
They seemed like nice enough folk. I'll have to check back in on them sometime to make sure they're all right.
Your constant consideration for your fellow man only ever leads to more favors and more tasks.
But it keeps me grounded as the nice Adam. I really do think that his social interaction is what saved this clone. Oh.
No stick figure, but this sure looks like a rock near some squiggly lines. Hive, run a scan.
The heck is that?
I detect several abandoned camps of varying antiquity, but no humanoid life signs.
Hey Maddox, you read me?
What is it?
Are you sure Eduardo would have survived out here on his own?
You questioning a fleet marine's ability to weather any environment, son? If he left camp, he had a good reason. He's out there. Just track him.
All right, let's see if we can find out what happened to him.
This is definitely more along the lines of the space fauna I was expecting. I mean, the system's been very different from what I was wondering about. I thought it'd be like a system-wide nebula. I thought there'd be big beasties. Apparently there
These
are or
skeletons
were.
sure are impressive. Is there anything you can tell me about them, Hive?
They belong to a species named Cetacea orthoriensis, commonly referred to as leviathans. They are believed to be extinct. However, a handful of sightings have been reported around gas giants in the Kait Nebula. These sightings have been discredited due to the unreliable veracity of the claims and are regarded as folklore.
I guess the squiggles on Maddox's drawing are supposed to be the skeletons. I'm no art critic, but this needs a lot of imagination.
I am detecting an encrypted signal from within their subspace range. It could be from the person you are seeking, but we must locate its transmission point to read it properly.
Okay, subspace. And what do we need to do?
Simply locate and approach the signal origin.
Okay. Shame they're extinct. This is a very cool thing to find, though. Oh wait, I'm actually hearing something. Right. I guess down... I did see a structure down this way, I think. Oh, this is different. Egg sacs? Maybe they're not quite as extinct as everyone wants to believe. Hello? I knew I saw a structure somewhere.
In order to hack into the entire data package for interpretation, the ship must be aligned for optimal reception.
Let's try it out.
Are we going to go straight? No. Oh, aligned. I guess. Really? I have to align myself? Oh, there it is.
I unlocked the data package. It contains only a single audio file. I will play it back to you.
Okay.
Gazing on the stars has opened my mind to a new serenity. I have become one with them. Without a purpose, we are all but meaningless flakes in time and space.
Wow, okay. Well, if that is him, all those years sitting on this rock must have driven him yaya.
There are no signs of dead or decaying life in this vicinity either. He must have departed. There appears to be another similar signal nearby, although much weaker. Some of the local wildlife is causing electrical interference.
Let's take care of that and get to the bottom of this mystery.
Wait, so it's not down here? Hey, Vaultworthy strikes again. He turns up in the oldest places, doesn't he? Old thing. Yeah, old nosing. There we go. Hey, a ship part! Ooh, new wings for a gunship. That's the first non-medium part I've seen in quite a long time, to be entirely honest. Also, a generator. Low slung mounts on this ship. There we go. Frontal shield generator device. Calibrator, mainframe component. What is that device? Impenetrable shield, front of the ship for 15 seconds, up to 19 seconds, along with reflection or all rock damage converted to weapon energy, or shield is 25% smaller but automatically turn towards the closest enemy facing you. Okay, might be interesting. I've got temporal reach, temporal something or other. Temporal nano recompensator restores up to 70% armor, damage taken the last 16 seconds, and the mod is it'll always, as a guarantee, restore at least 20%. So, just a way to shore up my armor should I need to. Because this ship lives and dies by its armor, really. Space whales! Hey! Not space whales, space jellyfish. Hey! Now where to? Oops, sorry! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit you. Even bumping into them is apparently... Uh-oh! So I've got no choice except to do a bit of poaching, it seems.
Aw, so Sorry, little dude.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for this as well.
Shouldn't these guys be in water?
The Medosauria filter gas and trace nutrients from particles in the nebula for sustenance. How they adapted to thrive in this extreme environment is a fascinating feat of evolution.
And I just killed a whole bunch of them. Oh, it wants me to kill more. Say what you want about evolution. Does it really count if some hostile ship just wanders in and uses target practice? Actually, it probably does, because that's selective pressure, isn't it? Oh, these guys. I'm sorry. There's more?
I'm receiving a much stronger reading now.
There we go. Oh, they must have been feeding off the signal, that's why I was supposed to kill them. Okay.
I have waited and I am patient. Although I am experiencing a troubling sensation that someone is calling me, my protocols demand that I seek out its source. Dax, Maddox, I must search for this unusual voice.
That's him, all right. Seems like he went star-mad and took off wandering.
It calls me, but not on any wavelength I know. It is a strange calling. I must venture further to find its source. The only way I can reach it is by jumping over the Athorian fault.
Yep, star-mad, no doubt. Now the question is, how far did he go?
His movements make little sense to me.
Yeah, it's a little weird. Let's just follow his trail and see what we pick up.
To be
Hey,
honest...
Maddox, I think we got a lead on Eduardo. Seems like he went a little nuts and left on a walkabout.
You better have a damn good excuse for this. Let me know when you find him.
He sounded a bit robotic in that last one, so it's like... I suspect he's a robot of some kind. Ah, he wants me to go there. Jump over the thingamajig. That said though, we are about at time, so I'll jump and see if there's any dialogue there, and then we'll call this an episode, I think. Strange place, this. I do hope we run into some Leviathans, but they'd be hard to model.
What is this subspace anyway, and how are signals seeded in it?
Specific data can be written to and read from subspace, working as a limitless, non-physical and timeless data storage that exists everywhere and anytime in the universe.
Sounds plausible.
Okay, so subspace has a form of information storage and retrieval. Though, can you remove information from subspace? Is it instant across all of subspace? What's to stop someone else just reading your shitposts and kitten pictures? Who knows? Who knows? That said though, this has been IMR3. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It helps out me, helps out the channel, gives me those virtual headbats I oh so crave. And I'll catch you all some other time as we continue to search through the mysteries of the Calamitous Nebula, which seems to be isolated and blocked off. It has religious fanatics, it has space fauna living around here, jellyfish, maybe other things. But apparently there is a way to get here besides that closed off jump gate from Zarkov. So I don't know what that means, but we'll have to see if we find out. But yeah, until next time, see you all later.